A strange silence had befallen the outpost. Charred bodies lay quiet. A fully armed soldier, the captain of the mercenary group, entered the room. "Mr. White, didn't you say your Liberty Nation is an impenetrable fortress?" he asked with pride. "But look how easily our Bloodwolf mercenaries smuggled you right across the border. And look at your sad little outpost. We burned them to a crisp in minutes." Mr. Benjamin White was a pale 50-year-old man, with a balding head, a well-tailored yet muddy suit, and gold-rimmed glasses. He looked like he was a researcher. He stared at the corpses scattered across the floor in horror. A moment later, he laughed nervously and meekly said, "Of course you did, sir. Bloodwolves are among the top 5 mercenary groups worldwide. Just the other day, your people took down a Phantom Ranger special force of 30 fully trained officers. These men here were merely out-of-practice foot soldiers. Anyway, thank you for helping me cross the border." "Don't bother," the captain snapped. "We only did this because you are my client's close associate. Otherwise, I would have never spared the life of a man who betrays his own country and looks down on its own soldiers. Now take off your clothes and find a military uniform to change into." "Why?" Mr. White asked, horrified by the command. "Change of plans," stated the captain coolly. "But I was promised rest once we reached," shrieked Benjamin. "You are running a company. You should be able to keep your promises." "Save that nonsense," the captain retorted. "If you want to die, you're welcome to stay back. There were supposed to be 10 men at this outpost, but there are only 9 bodies. Do you understand what that means, Professor?" Benjamin hesitated for a moment, a hint of fear in his eyes as he removed his coat and quickly put on a military uniform from a nearby pile. The captain cast a cold glance at Benjamin, sending a chill down his spine. Benjamin quickly lowered his head and continued dressing in fear. He had seen the captain's ruthless efficiency in killing many times on their way here, and he did not want to get on his bad side now. Seeing that Benjamin had become more compliant, the captain let out a satisfied, icy chuckle. Suddenly, his earpiece crackled with a warning from his teammate.
"Captain, Spider Scout drones have intercepted a communication frequency catching up to us from about 10 miles away. Could be a Phantom Ranger from the Liberty Nation. Hold on, we've spotted a Liberty soldier approaching on horseback. Should we take him out?"
10 miles? The captain scoffed confidently. "Well, whoever it is, they're too late, 'cause we're done here. Take him out and then let's get out of here, boys." But the person on the other side of the call said,
"Sir, the target seems to have sensed something. He stopped moving."
"Damn it," the captain exclaimed. "All right, forget it. Retreat." On an inconspicuous ridge, a horse-drawn cart came to a halt. The thin, elderly horse snorted and panted heavily, loaded with sacks piled on the cart harnessed to its back. A young man holding a horsewhip crouched behind the cart, tying his shoelaces. This was Noah Thorne, the new recruit at the North Cascades Battalion, whose errand run to the commissary saved him from the massacre at his outpost. Noah Thorne appeared to be around 18 or 19 years old, dressed in a clean military uniform and a cap. His face, darkened by the Highlands' UV rays, couldn't conceal his handsome features. His thick, sword-like eyebrows and a prominent nose bridge made him look more mature than he was. Noah didn't know that a sniper had him in his sights. He also didn't know that while bending down to tie his shoelace, he had made the sniper miss. The sniper received the order to retreat before he could take another shot, and Noah unknowingly escaped death. He finished tying his shoelace and stood up. At 6'3", his sturdy physique filled out his crisp, imposing military uniform impressively. "Come on, old rocket. We'll get you a nice bath and brush your shiny coat when we get back, okay? Hurry up or else we will have to camp out in the forest. This weather won't spare either of us." Feeling a chill, Noah pulled his jacket tightly closed and walked alongside the horse-drawn wagon. Perhaps sensing the drop in temperature, his horse, Rocket, walked quite quickly. Noah had to jog to keep up, which warmed his body. He laughed. "Thanks for speeding up, buddy. Let's get you a mare to keep you warm tonight, eh?" As he spoke, he looked up at the horizon. The sky had turned gloomy, and it looked like it was going to rain. Noah wasn't afraid of the rain itself, but worried about the supplies on the wagon getting wet. These supplies were for his comrades at the outpost. His comrades that had supported him, taken care of him, and had become more like brothers to him in just 6 months of his posting. Damn this weather. Noah cursed and continued urging Old Rocket to gallop faster. A wolf's howl shattered the tranquility of the wild mountains. Noah was shocked. Looking in the direction of the howl, he saw a lone wolf standing on a hillside not far away. In the twilight before the impending storm, a starving wolf desperate for food was the most awful thing to deal with. Old Rocket let out a bellow and looked at its master uncertainly. But Noah just stroked Rocket's face and reassuringly said, "Hey, bud, tough luck today, huh? First the rainstorm, now the wolf. How about you go on ahead and beat the rain and I'll handle the hungry wolf and catch up with you. Come on, Rocket, run along now." Noah threw the horsewhip onto the cart and pulled out a machete from under the burlap sacks. Then he turned to his immediate threat. A wild wolf on your trail is bad news as it is, but a hungry wolf, those things could gnaw off their own hind legs for sustenance, let alone the prey right in front of them. Noah locked eyes with the bloodthirsty wolf. Bravery was no longer a choice. It was his only chance of survival.